Hi everyone, welcome to week 7. We're going to go over the math pages for this week. I know this is kind of a new thing and we're kind of getting thrown into it last minute, so if you have any questions throughout the week, feel free to send me an email and we can set up some time to talk. This week for math, we're going to be doing lessons 38 through 44. That's pages 75 to 88. So it's pretty much, for the most part, it's just review, addition, subtraction, counting by tens, by fives, counting on. You're going to be counting money still. I think the only new thing is going to be this little section on measurement, and we'll go over that when we get there. So let's take a look on page 75. You're going to be doing addition and subtraction up top. Make sure with your student you point out the symbol in the middle. I've noticed that sometimes the students get a little confused and they'll see addition for the first one, so they'll think it's addition throughout. So just make sure that they're paying attention to that symbol. Down here for question 2, you're going to be writing the number before and after and then coloring. So what comes before 28 and what comes after 28. On the next page, you're just going to be coloring the numbers, connecting the numbers, counting by tens, and then color the picture and read the little story on the bottom as well. On our next page, you're going to be marking the bubble for the correct answer. So 2 plus 3 equals 4, 6, or 5. Have your student color in the correct number. On the bottom of this page, we're going to practice counting by fives. So 5, fill in the blanks, and then counting by 5 starting at 40. So 40, 5 more than 40 is fill in the blank. On the next page, you're going to be writing the number that comes before and after by 10. So it's not 1 before 40, it's 10 before 40. So 30, 40, 50. And then do the same thing for the rest. And down here, so it shows you a picture and it has the amount that this item costs. So grapes are 20 cents. So you have a bunch of coins here, they're all dimes. And you need to have your students circle the amount of dimes they would need to buy this item. So how many dimes would it take to buy 20 cents worth of grapes? 10, 20. Circle 2 dimes. Over here, you're going to have nickels. How many nickels would it take to buy 20 cents worth of grapes? Remind your student nickels are worth 5 cents. So 5, 10, 15, 20 cents. They would need to circle 4 nickels. Do the same for the bananas and the watermelon. On the back, it wants you to write the addition facts. So a group of 4 plus a group of 3 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing with the strawberries. Down here, you're filling in the missing add-ins. I know this has been difficult for some. We were going to work on this in small groups in workshop time this week. 7 plus how many equals 7. To help with this, you can give your students manipulative. So give them 7 of something and say, okay, you have how many here? Have them count 7. Do you need to add any to get to your answer? And they would say no. So they would be adding 0. And then on this one, have them count out 5 and then say, okay, how many more do we need to add to get to 7? They would have to add 2 more to get to 7. Down here, you're going to be counting by fives. And then write the before and after number by tens. So it's not 19, 20, 21. It's 10, 20, 30. On our next page, we're going to be talking money again. So you're going to be counting on the coins this time. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 10, 15, 16. So have them practice counting on, making sure you're starting with the coin that's worth the most, and then adding the coins that's worth the least. Down here, you're going to count from 131 to 150. So just 131, 132, 133, so on. On the back here, we're going to be counting by ones. You're going to be filling in the missing numbers. For number 2, you're going to be doing the same thing that you did back here with the missing add-ins. So again, if they're having trouble with that, give them something, give them a toy or something that they can count on with to help them actually see those numbers and see what they're missing. Down here, we're going to be counting the number that comes between by counting 1 more. So 34, 35, 36, and so on with all of these. On our next page, again, you're going to be working with money. Circle the nickels. So you just have to recognize which of these coins are nickels. Right here, before and after, by tens. Not by ones, by tens. Counting on the change. So a lot of what you're seeing is it's a lot of repetition. It's a lot of going back to what we did yesterday, practicing it again today. That's just to make sure that your students are understanding and retaining the information. Counting on. So this is finding the difference. So these are all subtraction, and they give you pictures so that your student can, there's 7 here, cross out 2, how many are left? So that just helps them see the answers. On the back, you have some more subtraction, 7 minus 3. These are all starting with 7. So if you give them 7 of an object, they can just reset every time. So they can do 7 minus 3, take away 3, find their answer, put those 3 back. 7 minus 7, take away 7, put the 7 back. Here you're going to be counting on the cents. You have nickels and pennies. Writing the number before and after by tens. On here we have addition and subtraction leads. So again, make sure your student's paying attention to that symbol. Is it addition or is it subtraction? Here you have counting on by ones. You have, so in the homework you'll find the math problems for these questions. So you'll read out, I'm not sure what it is, but like 4 plus 3, and your student would write 7. So those math problems, you'll find those in the homework. And then here's just a story problem, and it says Farmer Brown hoed 2 rows of corn before lunch and 5 rows of corn after lunch. How many rows of corn did Farmer Brown hoe altogether? So they'll have to figure out how many he did before lunch, how many he did after lunch, is how many altogether. On the back, you have again the pictures, so they have a group of 3 and a group of 3. 3 plus 3 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then same here, you have a group of 4, a group of 2. How many is that altogether? And then again, you're going to have to match the nickels. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20 nickels. 20 cents goes to the 20 cents orange. Coming up on the end, so this is just a color by number, so they have to solve the problems and then color it based on what it says in the key. And then count by 5s. On the back, you're going to be counting by 1s, and then you're going to color the picture, count by 10s, addition and subtraction, again, making sure they're paying attention to what symbols being used. They're not all addition, they're not all subtraction, they're a mixture. And then our final page, so down here is counting the money, circling, coloring in the bubble with the correct answer. This is the only new thing, I believe, and it's just beginning to use a ruler. So if you don't have a ruler at home, you can email me and I can find you one that you can print, or you can print one or find one that you like. And just make sure that you show your student this is starting at the beginning of the ruler. It doesn't start at the 1, it starts at 0. It starts at the beginning. So make sure they're not setting their ruler up so that they're starting with the 1 on the line. That happens a lot when we just start using rulers. Sometimes that can get a little confusing. So just practice lining up the ruler, figuring out how many inches. Make sure they're using the right side of the ruler as well. If you end up using a ruler that's double-sided, make sure they're not using centimeters. And then that's it for the math this week. So again, just make sure they're paying attention to those symbols, if it's addition, subtraction, counting on, just things that we've been doing so far. If you find that they're struggling with the topic, feel free to reach out. I have some extra assignments or extra activities in the homework on Quick Schools as well. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.